Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. So we have another delicious tactical debrief for you. The mission was it was about 12 versus 12 red versus blue guys. In case you haven't watched the actual fight, this is what we had to do. The reds had two bases, one there, one there. The blues had two bases, one there, one there. The blues had a base here which they owned and they had to defend. The reds had to attack that base and overrun it with troops and kill everything there. So that's that. To make it a little more complex, there is a small fleet. I think it's that one there of the blue. No, scratch that. I think it's that one there, a small fleet there, that has to sail from here to the base there, and if it reaches it, then the blues win. So the blues can win by getting this fleet to Sukumi Air Base there to reinforce them with troops, or they can win by just basically running down the reds with a war attrition and just defending this for long enough. The mission can last for a maximum of 90 minutes. That's about it. There are limits to the amount of aircraft, so there are limits, for instance, for F-15s and flankers. The more expensive the real life the plane is in real life, the less of them they get. So they can't just throw the planes away, basically. Right, and that's about it. So I'm going to run it through. We'll have a look at the air and ground engagements and see what happens. So stand by as we find the first action. Right, so we're up. We've got the Reds, a 3-man Mirage squad here, a 3-man Eagle squad there, a lone Vegan there, 2-man A-10 there, 1 C-25 there. The Blues have got roughly similar, but it's not nicely organised like this, and it's all a bit spread about. And a wild card riddle there in an F-15. So let's scroll through until the first engagements happen. So the first things are happening now. Let's just set that going. So the A-10s are heading direct to Sukumi to basically take out these ground units, which is what the Reds' job is. F-15 cover going on here. Going down low, we've got the lone Vegan, which has fired 2 times RB-15s now at the ships. And we've got a Seed who's going in the mountains, who's going to, I think, pop up and just take out SAM nets. If I can turn SAM nets on, you can see there is big SAM nets around the bases and small SAM nets around the actual areas of conflict. So let's turn that back off. Let's zoom in and just to have a little look what's going on. So I think we can speed up a bit more before anything really happens. I notice we've got some Harriers and F5s. Harriers, no, scratch that. A couple of F5s and Mirages in the blue going through the canyons and the mountains. I didn't realise that. We have action. Right. So let's go. So, a lovely 3-pronged attack from the 15. So they went tactical spread when they decided about 40 miles. That's usually what I do, somewhere between 30 and 40 miles. Tactical spread, about 1 to 5 miles in between each bird. And I imagine these guys will communicating with each other how to kill this guy, basically. Obviously, Tender's not going to stand a chance to get any of these F-15s, let alone 3. So he's very wisely turned around, and I imagine what his job is to lure them back into a hostile SAM area. They haven't really got much SAM area by the looks of it, so he'd have to lure them kind of in here to be effective, but see what he does. So that's that. The RB, and now this is the weird thing, you see. How do we turn that off? This RB-15 should have gone in and pwned those ships, but it hasn't. It's turned off at the last minute, about 3 miles away, and just headed inland. We didn't know why they were doing that. Stahl is certain that he set them up correctly, so I really don't know, but they didn't hit. And it's absolutely essential that the Reds did kill these guys, so it's a shame. I guess that's a hard lesson learned, basically. A problem with I don't know if it's a problem with the DCS or with just the usage of the weapon. Don't know. We'll never know. Anyway, so obviously Tender's turning cold. It's going nice and fast, 60 knots. That's good. This F-15 is faster. It's come down from height, so it's had some potential energy, I think. So it's got up to 750 knots, so that's fine. And it's chasing Tender down. Tender's not in any danger, though. This guy would have to get within 4 miles to kill Tender, as long as he kept running away. So he's in no danger, so just don't panic. What Tender should be doing is if he needs to get more speed, he can just dive and trade his potential energy for kinetic energy. Probably realises he doesn't need to, so don't panic, basically. Riddle up here, Angels 45. Wow. Riddle is, yep, so he's getting prepared for his AWACS attack, which he's going to do. Very useful attack. Blues are doing lots of mincing around here. Blues don't have to attack. All they've got to do is defend this area, so they don't need to push the attack. Stuff's happening. Ooh, what to watch? Okay, let's go over here. Because I didn't realise things got spicy over here. So let's see what happened. So it just so happened that P-Man was on the same canyon as Sonic. So I guess they're going to merge and fight. Let's go and have a look. So we've got P-Man in a mirage. Can't believe he's... I don't know whether he knew he was there or what. 650 knots. That's going to be a super fast merge. So he might not even see him going that kind of speed, but we'll see. 1 mile. Has he seen him? Has he seen him? Don't know. Yep, he's seen him. So Sonic's in a world of pain now. So we're doing a high yo-yo and reverse from P-Man. So P-Man has now got to keep his eye on that plane while turning around. So let's see if we can do that. Not sure what it's doing. Is he going to turn around? He is. Yep, and he's on him. He's lost him. He's lost him. So when you go up like that, the key thing is keeping your eye on the plane that you're chasing, obviously. And the actual flying the plane, you're not looking at any of the dials or anything. So the flying of the plane has to be done purely by muscle memory. He's found him again. He put his radar on and got a sneaky peek at him. He's going for him. Sonic obviously knows he's in trouble now, so he's switched canyons, trying to get away. The red dotted line means there's no line of sight. So P-Man really going for it now, 700 knots. Catching up easily. That is pretty fast, 400 knots from Sonic. It's pretty impressive, that plane. Oh dear. And that's going to be the end of it, I'm afraid, folks. Probably a Fox one, I imagine. Nothing Sonic can really do here. Just accept that he's got hit. Sonic didn't do anything wrong. It was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So there you go. It must have been a Fox 2 because it didn't quite reach. Is it going to reach? Just. And that's a dead Sonic. So first blood to the Blues. Good show. It's worth sending that out there because the most potent weapon in this map is the SU-25. Always is, because it's the only thing that can. Well, it's not the only thing, but it's the best thing for killing enemy SAM sites, which are the main opposition, if you like. Right, I need to switch to go back to what happened before. So Udarosa was chasing down Tender. Let's watch that through now. So Tender, the important thing here is that Tender doesn't panic. If he's done his maths right and he turned at the right point, he knows this guy just can't catch him up. He is going faster, but he can't catch him up. And if I was Tender, I'd put in a small dive, but it's not essential. So, okay, he's turned. Ooh, now we're getting real dangerous territory here because when you try and turn on someone within 10 miles, you've got no chance basically. So we'll just have to see what happens. On the plus side, he's got a guy to relieve him here. But this guy, I don't think Hayden really knows what he's doing, to be honest. So I don't think it's going to really help. Right, so you've got Cadron here. We'll study him. What's he done? Is he just taken off? No, he's just got into the fight. He's not at operational altitude. Angels 12 isn't any use for a modern BVR fight. You've got to be at Angels 20. Angels 20 is your optimum place. And you've got to be at 700 knots. Minimum kind of 650 knots. And he's down at 400. He's cruising, basically. So he's just cruising to save fuel, completely useless, and it will make him a dead man. It means he's got no kinetic energy in the bank to dodge these missiles. So that is going to be a dead at 15. Well, a lovely turn. Maybe he did dodge. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's go and have a look. I think that was him. Fast forward. Let's put that back to standard. So let's see him. He's got these have gone pitbull. They're giving me a radar warning. See what he can pull. 9G. Okay, well, he's got a perfect turn there, so I can't fault him for that. And he's got some down vector in there. But, I mean, there's a lovely turn. Can't fault the turn at all. 9G, blah, blah, blah. But the fact is he wasn't going fast enough. If you're in a combat area and you're going less than 650 knots, sorry, but you can't dodge missiles. And they are probably going to catch him. Yep. Oh, no, he dodged. Wow. No, he dodged. Okay. Oh no, he died. He did die. Right. Okay. Okay. That just reinforces, like I said, you can be the best pilot in the world. If you're going to fly around at 480 knots, you will die every time. That's just physics. You can't beat 2,000 knot missiles at those speed. So watch that. Be embarrassed. Learn, and I don't want to see it again. Right. The good thing about that is Udarosa accidentally fired 2 shots at one guy and didn't shoot Tender. Otherwise, Tender would have died, obviously. So that worked out well for Tender. Tender's now heading away. I don't know why he's flying a flanker. He's an F-15 man. We've trained him to be an F-15 man. So, a bit weird, but okay, whatever. Steady shot from Skye. I don't know what this is all about. Let's go and have a look. So that was probably a 20 plus mile shot. It served no purpose unless they agreed between them they were going to put it on him just to send him cold, and it certainly did send him cold. So maybe it was some kind of posturing shot like that. Anyway, let's carry on. So Tender is back in combat, but I mean, it's him against 3 experienced F-15, so he's doing well to survive so far, to be honest. 10 miles from Wolf Shadow, that's at an average Angels of 16, so just within 10 miles is a perfect shot, especially at that speed for Wolf Shadow. So let's see a shot come in now. There it is, perfect. You see he didn't roll until the shot was off the pylon, as to not add any unnecessary yaw movement into the missile, and that will probably be that's well within boundaries for a kill shot, so Tender would have to do something very good to dodge that. And you see Tender was very late reacting. I don't know if that's because it was a late pit pull, but it looks more just like a late reaction to me. So he's got to do a 9G pull if he wants to stand a chance now. It may already be too late. He's got good speed. Speed can save your life. 6G. He's done it. No, he died. Just wasn't quite enough. Now the flanker has an Achilles heel. If you do 9G at 600 plus knots, it will rip its wings off, we find. So he was probably limiting himself to 6G. If he had pulled a 9D, he would have beaten the missile, I expect, but he probably would have destroyed his plane. It's just an unfortunate part of being a flanker driver. It's something you have to be careful of. So when you turn away, you have to turn away a little bit more before you would in an F-15, because an F-15's wings don't fall off. Okay, it looks like he did survive that, but he's probably not much use now. He'll probably have to RTB, so that's essentially a dead flanker. Right, stuff's happening. No, nothing's... Okay, was mirages happening over there, but we'll just finish this off, shall we? Now, here's interesting. What's Tender doing now? Obviously, the first thing he should do is just turn away and go cold. Okay, he's got another missile after him. There's no threat here, so that's... you need to be within 4 miles of a cold target to kill them when they're low down. So let's see what he does. What he wants to do is put Jinx 22 degrees left and right with full burn, which he pretty much is doing, and countermeasures. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, he's doing that. That's about 20 degrees, so that's fine. So he's doing the right thing to dodge here, and he's low, which is the best way of defeating a missile and heading cold. Another shot, 9 miles, no threat at all. Can't catch him up, so don't panic. Just keep your 22 degrees. Just keep doing that. Don't turn into it. Don't turn into it. See, as soon as you start doing big 90-degree pulls like this, you're helping the missile. You're turning into the missile and you're helping it. You've got to keep heading away from it, and your plane does tell you where that missile is, which other missile it is. So you've got to keep heading away. 22 degrees left, 22 degrees right, 9G, 600 knots. As soon as you start doing these big 90-degree pulls, look how the missile can catch up. Suddenly becomes a danger. However, he's reversed it in time, so it's going to be okay. Another, we've got Underosis just wasting his missiles here. He should know 7 miles on a cold target can't hit anything. So as long as Tender doesn't, yep, lovely, back to 22 degrees. So he's been listening to the briefings, that's good. As long as he keeps doing this, there's nothing that this guy can do to catch him, to shoot him down. And it's just wasting his missiles. 6 miles, again, it's closer, but it's no good. As long as Tender follows his training. It's a little bit too much there, but he can get out of it. Don't fly straight, don't fly straight. You know you can't fly straight. He's going to fly straight, isn't he? And, yep, so that is an exact example. You can't just get bored and start flying straight. You've got to do your 20 degree, 20 degree, 20 degree, 20 degree, until the missile warning stops. If that means you have to do it all the way to out here, so be it. Stay alive, don't get shot. So that was a mistake to do A, the big 90 degree curve there, and B, just give up and fly straight. You will get hit like that. Don't worry about outrunning them. In a flanker, you can't outrun an F-15. So the best thing is, especially if you've got missile warnings, you've got to keep doing the dodge. Somehow, amazingly, he survived again. I don't know how. So he's going to probably go down now. Right, that's the end of that. Next, we have Mirages. Let's see what happened here. Stand by. Right, Mirages diving down from Angels 20 or so. A couple of F5s on cap detail there. Obviously, they don't want to tangle with the Mirages, so they're rightly getting the hell out of there. They're getting spiked, I imagine. Lead them over the SAMs, that's fine. Just got to be careful because there are red SAMs here, and they do know that red SAMs are there. So do need to be just a little bit careful. Static is going in to attack these targets here, but the Rolands are just too powerful. I don't think she's going to get very far. Right, we've got a Weapon Missile X. That's a Kilo Hotel anti-radiation missile. Oh, and a good hit from someone. King's good in an SU-25. He just took out a radar for something. Or maybe he took out a Roland. Maybe he took out a Roland. I'm not sure. I get confused. I think the Reds may just have Roland actually. Maybe there's a mistake in there. Right, Fort Nero pulls out. Doesn't want to go and mess with the Sams. The boys did get... Oh no, static. Just too close to those Sams. And that will be a death. So these guys don't really want to be taking on ground targets until they've won the air war. Got to win the air war, then worry about the ground targets. So static should have been patient really and waited. So let's continue it through, speed that up a bit. Got a pair here, backing each other up. So the Mirages have got to be careful now. The Samnet, let's see where that Samnet is. No, they've got plenty of space. Another missile from King. That's going to go and wreck something. Let's wreck someone else's day. 2 missiles, lovely to see. We have missiles out for an Harrier here. Gumbo a bit more aware, so he should be able to dodge that. And we've got a missile. Not sure where it's headed. It's headed for that Su-25, and that is a dead Su-25. No, he survived it, but he will be dead shortly. Meanwhile, his KH missiles are heading in. They're going to do damage. Blues on the whole did some very good seed work. Best seed work I've seen in a while. So that was 1 unit dead already, and then pow, another dead, and pow, another dead. So taking down those Sams early from long range, perfectly good thing to do. Unfortunately, again, same thing. You've really got to have your cap cover sorted before you start going in for the attacking the ground units, or you will get shot. So it's down, but so be it. Right tail, and we've got Roland's out now for these Mirages, plus tail and close range cap, tail and Sly. Look at all those Rolands going up. Plus tail. Tail's usually really good, but I don't think he had a very good day today. There's F5. Okay, missiles avoided, possibly. Recall might get hit. Oh, just. And tail's been spotted by Fort Nero from a huge Angels 30 dive. That's a nice kill. No, he missed. Don't know what happened, it just died for some reason. But now it's in for a Fox 2. Let's have a quick look at that. At 1.9 miles on a flanking target, that's got to be a kill shot. Oh, look at that, I didn't see that. I didn't see that happen. Tail nailed a Mirage there. Well done, Tail. And is he going to dodge? Ah! Okay, that was, you saw him dancing something weird about there. That was server lag. So I think he's flying again now. He survived. That was pretty sweet, as it turns out. Tail came into the fray, picked out a Mirage, got his timing, his range right. Let's just have a look at that shot again. So it is, if I can get it. It's a flanking target at 1.7 miles, or it's a hot target really. Yeah, so that is a kill shot all day. Zoidberg just wouldn't have seen that coming. Really nice shot. And then see how he snaps left really quickly because he knew he was in trouble from the right, even though he wouldn't have a warning from that missile. So that was really good flying there. A bit of lag there, whatever, doesn't matter. And then carry on. Yeah, this guy lagged as well. He does have a Mirage after him now, though, so he's got to be careful. And that is going to be a dead tail. That is going to be 4,000 foot with a Fox 2. Almost nothing you can do about that. So he's dead. Sly is heading in towards Recoil. Does he get the kill? I don't know. So it's chasing Recoil down. I don't think it's going to have the speed. I think it's still got his fuel tanks on, hence why it's so slow. Gumbo is chasing a Fort Nero and should have killed him. Don't know why he didn't fire. Probably being hesitant about friendly fire, I imagine. But he's going to be out of range very shortly. 2 miles, aim for an AIM-9 Mike on a cold target. Yep, so he's out. Fair enough, this guy's job isn't cap at the end of the day, so he shouldn't really be doing cap anyway. So that's fine. Good dodge by Sly there. Right, we had Red A-10s in there doing stuff, I believe. I didn't really get to see what they did, though. Right, A-10 coming in there. Let's see what he did. He did fire a Maverick, and then I think he was probably getting pinged by one of these Rolands, so he decided to get the hell out of there. Yeah, look at that lag from that guy there. Oh, that's unfortunate. He died due to lag. That's a shame. Let's just see what this AGM-65 did. Took out a Roland of the Blue. What's this stuff's going on there as well? God, so much stuff going on. Right. Right, so let's see what happened here. Slow that down so I can work out what happened. So it was lag there. You can see his aeroplane just turns around in midair, and that sends Sly into the ground. Fort Nero's up. these two lag. So this Mirage is after blood. Wants to kill this. Harrier there. Udorosa has come back in at F15. He's come back cold, back to safety, but unfortunately he's just ran straight into the blue Roland. So it's loss of situational awareness there. He should know that they're there. It's almost certainly going to get shot. He is hit, but survives. No, hit twice and survive. That's lucky. Okay. Wolf Shadow, exactly the same mistake. Straight into the... I don't know how these guys do this. Straight over basically the only hostile SAMs there are. Like tiny little niche hostile SAMs. And they all find their way over to it. I guess they're coming to help these Mirages out, but you've got to be aware of where the hostile SAMs are. Otherwise, you will get shot down. This F15 up here, Angel's 13, is going to really struggle to dodge. He's got okay speed, but... Nah. I think he was flagging out there, so he didn't really... get a chance to dodge. He's down anyway, or kind of down. Good dodging from Gumbo here. Well done from Gumbo all round so far. More missiles going out. Going to take one of these two out. So that's loss of tactical situational awareness there to fly right over this Samsung. Oh, nice! Look at that. That was an air show move. Let's go and have a quick look at that again. Let's see it one more time. Let's see what kind of G-force and speed. So it's 500 knots, so we can get up to 9G here if he wants. And backstick. Yep, 9G, 10G, lovely pull, and it's enough to beat a Roland, which are really manoeuvrable, difficult, almost into a kind of flat spin there, and then nose on back under control and time to gain speed. So that was a pretty sweet dodge. Riddle is it time to go and have a look at Riddle? I've got some A10s coming in first. Let's see how far Riddle's out. 30 miles. Let's go and have a quick look at these A10s first. Speed that up. A10s are very slow, so they're coming in as a pair. Okay, so Preen got within 4 miles. Oh yeah, that's danger close. I'm not sure he's going to dodge that one. And he doesn't. Oh, he survives it somehow. And that is going to take out a couple of BTRs. Wasn't the best target in the world, to be honest, but something out. Bosh. Oh, it missed. Hang on, lots of happening. And Bumber's going for an attack on there, but he's going straight into Roland, so he's shot down. No, he's not. He's hit by AAA. He's shot down, yeah. Where are these 85s going? Oh, they're going for Rolands. Yeah, okay, that was a pretty good attack then. Take a couple of Rolands down. Oh, look at that. 3 Rolands down there. Now, where did that come from? Didn't see where that came from. Okay, it's from another A10. Did that A10 get shot down? Right, let's play that again. So one A10 here got 2 missiles away and took some damage. Another A10 here, 3 missiles away, and shot by Gumbo. Good shot, Gumbo. Well done. That was quite a brave thing to do and takes him down. Unfortunately, the missiles were already out, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rolands down. I didn't know the Blues did this. So that's completely neutralised that SAM side there, and this one is damaged pretty high, down to kind of 60% strength. So all they'd have to kill now is the rest of these Rolands, and that is all the blue SAMs down. So that's pretty good actually. Okay, right, let's carry on. Right, Riddle next. So let's go and have a look up there. So let's figure out how did Riddle get here. How did he? He has a knack for killing AWACSs without anyone noticing. I don't even notice it watching. So he spent basically ages getting up to Mach 2. Angel's 40. And then went over the mountains. Decided if this was the way to come. Straight over the... So he must have known that the hostile Reds were around here. So that's how he avoided them. Went behind them. I don't know how he knew that. I guess he just knew that the fighting was going on there. Then up to 1,000 plus knots. We'll see what Mach he does shortly. Got it here in fact. Mach 1.7. So it's pretty much invincible up there. Angel's 53, Mach 1.7. Very little can shoot that down apart from an F15 kind of nearby, or a very good SAM like a Grumble or something. Anyway, let's scroll that through. See how fast he can get. A bit more lag going on. That's just how it goes with. He's starting to crank out to the side. Speed's Mach 1.79, so Mach 1.8. Let's keep that going. See if he slows down this time. His mistake last time was he didn't slow down in time, and his missiles were too fast. Okay, it's actually slowing down now. No, only a little bit. So that's a whopping great missile. I wonder what distance that was. Probably 30 miles, 25 miles. And because he was going so fast, those missiles probably got like nearly 3,000 knots at one point, so they can go literally 30 miles. See, that was a 25-mile shot. Bang on the money. Well done, Riddle. Very good. We'll follow Riddle through. He got up to Mach point 184 as the max. That's okay. And let's go see what else he does now. So Red's just realising they've lost the AWACS now. They're on a particular radar mode that is not the worst case. It's not the end of the world when this happens. Oh, he just got shot by something. No, it's just Sam's down here. So the Reds can still function with their GCI, but just not as well. Okay, so let's carry on. These two land. I'm surprised these two weren't vectored up to get him. Oh, look at that. This is going to be interesting. This is Wolf Shadow. Rather than going directly down to land, he's gone into a circuit, which is the right thing to do, but at the wrong time, and he may well get shot here. Let's have a look. He must be getting the warning by now. Riddle up at Angels 50 shot that. No, I think he's just, yeah, it's just run out of steam. Okay, so let's run that through. Oh, look how close that was. Look how close that was. That was, Jesus, that was close. Never seen anything like it. Right, Riddle realises stuff is occurring, so he's got Rico, no, Fortunero coming for him. No, Zoidberg. In fact, everything's coming for him. I don't know what he's shooting at. I haven't got a clue. Let's slow that down. So he's, I don't know how he knew this guy was here, but he did, and he's got in a twist fight with him. 2 miles. Good flying. Look at that Alpha. Alpha 40 I saw there. That's pretty ridiculously high. First shot just asked the missile to do too much. So he's got to try and acquire a solution. That's a solution there. You can see, although this guy's pulling down, there's not much movement in terms of up and down kind of pitch movement in this guy from the F-50's mirror, perspective. So that should be a kill, and it's from a decent speed. Yeah, you see, so that really got to grips with it. The missile did it. It really got going, and that was a good kill. That was happy with that. Right, in comes recall now, 5 miles. Not much Riddle could do. So at this point, I probably didn't realise where these enemies were, but recall could have, Riddle could have just burned out this way, burned out to sea. No one would have caught him up. But in mind, and that is a kill shot. Fox 2, I imagine, from Fort Nero. Bow is down. Okay, that was a pretty cool run by Riddle. I like that. Plus, AMRAAM's going in there. Right, has anything else happened that we've missed? There's a ground attack going on. We're not going to look at that. It's too much to take in there. Huge amount of ground attack going. Look at all these dead tanks. There's a massive ground war. Might as well watch that. There's nothing else going on at the moment. You got tow missiles going out from these BMP-3s. Just neutralised a bunch of T-72s, so that's pretty good killing from the Reds there. A bunch of Bradleys here been taken out by main battle tank. Forgot what these are called now. Abrams. And I don't know what these are. I think these are the Striker heavy guns. It's pretty cool. Speed that up. Tow missile from the last Bradley takes out a Striker. And that is going to be the last Bradley. It's going to be taken out by BMP-3s. So lovely fight there. Right, we've got events occurring. Cadron. We need to get him trained up. Okay, he's rectified himself a bit here. He's got up to 700 knots. That's exactly what you want. Angels 3. I don't like Angels 3, but I guess he's hunting ground guys, so we'll let him off there. Let's analyse the shot. So on a cold target, the maximum cold. Sorry, let me try that again. On a low target on the deck, hot, the maximum kill range is 6.5 miles, or the maximum effective range, I meant to say, or the optimal range. However, this is an A10, and the rules may change for an A10. I don't actually know at this point, so we'd have to see. If it was a flanker or something going 600 knots, 6.5 miles is optimal for a kill. Can Preem beat this? Okay, so Preem's made an error here. He's turned 90 degrees and tried to beat an AMRAAM. You can't turn 90 degrees to beat an AMRAAM. You've got to really, especially in a slow plane, you've got to do 180 and get out of there and then do some jinking. So it's essentially just flown straight into the missile. Oh, he survived it. Okay, don't know how, but he has. But that is going to be a kill now. You've got a 2.5 mile shot. Nothing really to say about that. That has got to be a kill. perfect range for that AMRAAM. And he's still going. So, this guy needs to snap right and put an aim 9 in there now. Go on, snap right, put an aim 9 in there. He's not going to do it. He's lost situational awareness, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, huge turn. He's still lost situational awareness. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's just given up, burning back home. Must have heard me criticising him because he's going back to the task. He's put himself, by doing all that stupid stuff, he's put himself huge danger to the A10. That A10, if he had any sense, or he's probably got a broken A10, but he could have shot the F15 easily. So he's lucky not to get shot by the A10 there. So, not sure what to say about that. Weird. And the F15 escapes. And good dodge. That was a nice dodge. 9G dodge there. At least he can dodge this guy. That's a useful skill. If you can't shoot, make sure you can dodge. Let's go and have a look at that. What kind of G is he pulling there? 11G, 12G. That's how you dodge. You can pull those big Gs and survive. You can beat the big missiles like that. Right, that's that. Okay, let's roll that forward. Anything else happen? A10 versus A10. Seethor versus Preen. Preen's almost certainly going to get shot at. Oh, what have we got there? That is a Maverick Delta going for something. 2 Maverick Deltas and 2 aim 9s. Preen shoots the aim 9s, but doesn't track him for whatever reason. Let's just come back out here. What these Maverick Deltas going to hit? Preen gets destroyed. Just took out a bunch of T-72s. That's nice work from the Seethor, like that. Okay, this mode is annoying me now. Okay, pretty good. Next action is coming in. We've got Sonic firing. Kilo Hotel, probably long-range missiles, 58 I imagine, and more action here. Ground units, we've got BMP-3s versus BMP-3s, so it's whoever can fire the most TOW missiles is going to do best there, I imagine. Here come the Kilo 58s. Oh, look at that, and yet the Rolanders defend themselves. Oh, come on. So, yeah, these Rolanders can defend themselves from KH-58. I don't know why. Maybe they're a big, slow missile and then get a radar lock on them. I don't know. Oh, crikey. We're going to slow this down now. So these 2 are going to be defended. That one's going to be defended. These 2 are shot down. Another KH-58. It's going to get through. It's going to get through. And that is rolling down. So the blue seeds come into effect now. Not sure what Tail's doing. Not much. More fighting going on between the BMPs. What are these smaller KH missiles? Forgotten what they're called. Oh, a Roland's going to take him out. Misses. Pow, pow. 2 Roland's hit but not destroyed. That was a bit weird. Okay. Also, more fighting there. You've got blue. Abrams just walked over a bunch of BMPs. I missed that in the film. That was a shame. Just walked straight over them. And these strikers, I think, are taking out these BMP-3s, or maybe the other way around. I can't really tell. Is there any fighting going on? No, so we can just stick with the ground war for a bit. Nice TOW there. Striker down. BMP on his own now. BMP's down. So a good show by the strikers, and now the strikers are destroying the BDR-80s, which aren't much use, to be honest. Right, stuff's going on. An A-10 has shot a Maverick D. It looks like a good shot from Seethor. Red's pushing in further, and that is a Roland down. AIM-120s. God knows what that was all about. I don't know. Maybe scaring this guy off or something. Probably scaring this guy off. Don't know why I needed 2. Right. That's that. Let's carry on. Stuff's going on. Tail. Shouldn't be there. You know where these Samnet is? Why are you there? Shouldn't be there. Somehow survived. I don't know how he survived. Should be dead. That was... We just lost something. A ground unit here. From ground fire. King on one of his cool runs. Miss. Just too close in or whatever. Just didn't give the missiles enough time to work. Sonic just died here. I didn't see how that happened. Sonic ran into the ships. Right, so these ships can defend themselves. Right, King is heading out. Static's heading out. No other weapons fired. Don't know what this green stuff is. Oh, it's paladins. Right. So blues have identified where these reds are, and so they're using these 20-mile range paladins to literally bombard, and they're doing, hitting. So they've got doing damage to these Abrams. Abrams are very tough. So that's good tactics by the blue ground. I like that. Sniping from 20 miles away. Riddle coming in, scaring himself and going away. Sly. This is where the wild weaseling starts. I enjoy this. So I hope these two are working together. And so Sly's going to go in here and get these Rollins to turn on their radar. And Static's going to pump Seed Wild Weasel sidearms in. So Sly, good dodge there. What's he pulling? 11G. That's how you beat a missile. And he does beat the missile. Well done. And that gives plenty of radars for Static to shoot at. That's two sidearms off. It's good old-fashioned wild weaseling. Really good to see. Rolling down. Oh, that's the end of him. No, it's beat it again. It was just a big turn, whatever it did. It's just good enough, fast enough. It's just big enough. Rolling down. Missiles in. It's bloody invincible Rollins. Somehow not dead. But possibly ineffective. Another dodge. Third dodge of a Roland. Really hard to do. I don't think I've ever dodged a Roland successfully. So that's all good stuff. The rest of the blues are just sticking to their own at the moment. Just defending their airspace. Little criticism of Sly here. So when you do this leg, well, maybe I'm wrong here. I think you should go further out and then come back in to get speed up. He was kind of loitering around the target within a mile. Problem is, if you do that, you can't get your speed up. You can't do big turns. So look at him now, he's below 300 knots. When you're below 300 knots, you can't yank back on the stick. Look, he's yanking fully back on the stick. Big alpha, but no G, because he's got no turns. And he survived. Wow, I didn't know he survived. Yeah, but he died. So the criticism, I think, is valid. I would like to go out 5 miles, come back in, supersonic. Gives you good, much more energy to do fighting with. Anyway, these paladins are still bopping away at these AMRAAMs, but it doesn't look like their rounds are powerful enough to kill them. I guess they're not armor piercing or whatever, I don't know. So they just don't work. Mine. So what's happened is the reds have all essentially gone away now. They've all gone to RTB and rearm, which takes 10 minutes. So the blues have taken back air superiority and are doing all the ground damage now. I would have liked to have seen this match go on actually, past what it did, to see who would have won after that. I should have done that really, but never mind. Because the blues are really getting their teeth into it now, and they're getting some really good, effective air to ground. So Static's got another missile in. Let's follow that through. That is Roland out. Another Roland out. So there can't be many Rolands. 3, maybe 4 Rolands left. So one more Harrier or 2 more Harrier runs could have taken that out, and that would have been all their SAMs down. Probably about the same on the blues. I think the blues got a few more left. Tender's in his silly flanker. Riddle's back in his 15. Flying way too slow, but can't tell him. Oh, the Paladins finally got one of the Abrams after about 1,000 rounds. Static flying over. I think all of the these red Polands will be hit so much now that I don't think they're operable. So I think all of these SAMs are down now, which is what they were trying to do all mission, get these SAMs down so they can just run Harriers over. So it's very possible the blues could have won this if the match carried on, if those SAMs were down, because they could have just held around here with a bunch of A10s killing these guys. You never know, but the tactics were good, sound. I was pretty happy with them, to be honest, because the blues are never as organised as the reds. As we know, the premium fighters always go on the red side. The blues get the non-premium guys basically. So I do like it when blues stand up for themselves and show their mettle. Anyway, we've got stuff going on here. Now, what Tender probably doesn't realise is you can't fly a flanker like an F-15. You can't fly anything like an F-15. You've got to have completely flanker-specific tactics, which is why you rarely see me, for instance, flying a flanker, because I can't do it. If you apply F-15 tactics to a flanker, you'll just die. So let's see what he's trying to achieve. So we're thinking in his mind, what's he trying to achieve here? He's been on his crank. The crank was good. He's now turning in 10 miles, bang on the money. That much can be the same as an F-15. That's fine. However, what you tend to do in a flanker is put a warning shot 20 miles away, or a posturing shot. You have to do that with a flanker. You don't have a good enough missiles not to do that in a straight one up in one fight. So I would have fired a missile 20 miles away to put this guy off guard, to get rid of his speed, force him to turn, then fly in with the initiative, because BVR fights are all about who can keep the initiative. And if you're going to play the F-15's game like this, you're giving the initiative to the F-15, which has better missiles and better speed. So that's why I imagine Tender's going to go down here. Just fired a lovely 10-mile missile. That is a kill missile, but it doesn't work if you turn your nose away. He's going to turn his nose away now, like you do in an F-15. An F-15 that works because they're self-guiding missiles. This is not a self-guiding missile. It needs the mothership. So as soon as his nose is turned, that missile is now deactivated. So these things, you've got to think about them. And that missile's just gonna fly away. So you have to keep keep your nose aimed at this guy within your radar cone for this missile to keep flying. So different kettle of fish, and he's not dodged. He knows very well if you're going to dodge AMRAAMs at 10 miles, which is optimal fighting range for AMRAAMs, you've got to do a full split S, 9G or close to it, and you've got to be heading away. You do anything stupid like this, you go 90 degrees, you'll be toast. Well, I probably missed now, but theory that should hit him, and it does hit him, rightfully so. That was physics just shown absolutely perfectly. That's what should have happened there. That should have missed because the flanker was doing it wrong. These should have hit because the F-15 was doing it right and the flanker was doing it wrong. And then you can see the Udrosa doing the full 180 degree split S. That's exactly how you do it with an F-15. So, there you go. Not much to say about that. Oh, was that missile for this guy? No, I don't think it was. I don't know. Either way, it was irrelevant because he turned his nose away, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Right, so that's that. Riddle's coming in for an A10. There should be a turkey shoot. It's not much this A10 can do, obviously. Riddle's going slow. I don't like being in a battle any slower than 600. No, well, no, he's okay. 550 knots is okay on it. So I don't know what Riddle's doing, but he's just obviously scared of that A10 for some reason. So that's a bit weird. Never mind. Yeah, Blues have got air superiority now. All this belongs to the Blues, and the SAMs are inactive. So I'd almost hedge my bets on Blues having the better position here. I think that's quite cool. Right, B-Man. Riddle went weird there. I don't know why, but he's gone off. He's an emotional man. He's decided to go away. P-Man, same thing. Okay. Well, the fact is, they don't really need to kill this guy. They need to protect their ground. Scratch that. They do need to kill this guy because he is firing missiles at these ground targets. So they should have seen this guy come in, and I don't know why they didn't. And that's name 9 at these guys, but obviously they're cold just now. There's nothing here can do. So let's see where that goes, because I can't remember what happens at this point. More M9s, but again, what the fuck? Riddle just crashed. Okay. Just really bad flying there. I don't know what that was all about. There's no need for it, obviously. Okay, fine. Coffee turns away, waiting for his chance to come in. Got a few fighters coming in. Nothing that's going to turn the tide, certainly. Still nothing back up in the air yet from the Reds. So, and we've got ground. Oh, look, Bloodknot came in the Vigan. I didn't know he did this. I didn't know he came in, so that's interesting. A little late. I don't know why it took so long. So the Blues here have got a really good position to start pounding away these Abrams and stuff with helicopters, with Vigans, with Harriers, because they've got nothing to defend them. They've got no cap, or very little, and no SAMs. So it would be nice to see them take advantage. Okay, it looks like this fleet has stopped. Yeah, so this fleet has stopped at that point. That means it's mission over, because once the fleet reaches here, that's the Blues have got their reinforcements, basically, 1,000 troops or whatever are now on this base, and that's game 1. So it would have been cool to see it run through properly, but we'll do that next time maybe. And that's it. That's the end. There's no more kills according to the kill feed. Yep, pretty good flying all around, to be honest. Tender wasn't the greatest in his Sukhoi, but he's new to it, so we can forgive him. Kadron was really bad at the start, and then, well, yeah, he's learning. We'll get him there, don't you worry. Harriers, apart from one bad run, were all pretty good. Vigan was bad, obviously. It wasn't the star coming for the third try. Just wasn't his day. The missiles weren't working for some reason, so don't know why. Mirages, yep, all pretty standard, good Mirage stuff. Nothing really to criticise there. F-15's just perfectly, from the res, perfectly normal F-15 fighting. So, good standard fight. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the briefing of it. I'm going to sign off and see you later.